Using aggregate queries wisely is a SOQL optimization technique that involves leveraging aggregate functions, e.g., count, sum, avg, max, min, to perform calculations on grouped sets of records. Aggregate queries can be more efficient than processing large result sets in Apex code, especially when dealing with summary data or when you need to calculate values based on groups of records. Example scenario. Consider a scenario where you have a custom object named opportunity and you want to calculate the total amount of opportunities for each stage. Non-optimized approach. In a non-optimized approach, you might retrieve all opportunities and then iterate through them in Apex code to calculate totals for each stage. Map stageAmounts equals new map, list opportunities equals, select stage name, amount from opportunity. For opportunity opportunities, if stageAmounts contains key, opposite stage name, stageAmounts.put, opposite stage name, opposite amount, else, stageAmounts.put, opposite stage name, stageAmounts.get, opposite stage name, plus opposite amount. Optimized approach with aggregate query. Using an aggregate query, you can calculate the total amount for each stage directly in the query. List results equals, select stage name, sum, amount, total amount from opportunity group by stage name, map stageAmounts equals new map. For aggregate results, string stage name equals, string, result.get, and appos, stage name and appos winking face, decimal total amount equals, decimal, result.get, and appos, total amount and appos winking face, stageAmounts.put, stage name, total amount. In this example, the aggregate query uses the sum function to calculate the total amount for each stage. The results are returned as aggregate result objects, and you can extract the values using the get method. Benefits of using aggregate queries wisely. Reduced data transfer. Aggregate queries can return summarized data directly from the database, reducing the amount of data transferred between Salesforce and the Apex code. Improved performance. Aggregate queries can be more efficient than processing large result sets in Apex, especially when dealing with calculations on grouped data. Simplified code. Using aggregate queries can simplify your Apex code by moving calculations to the database, resulting in cleaner and more readable code. Reduced governor limits impact. Aggregate queries can help reduce the impact on governor limits such as query row limits by performing calculations directly in the database. Considerations. Data volume. While aggregate queries are efficient, consider the volume of data you and appos reworking with. Extremely large datasets might still require careful consideration and testing. Query complexity. Complex aggregate queries with multiple functions and grouping can become hard to read and maintain. Strike a balance between simplicity and functionality. Governor limits. Be aware of governor limits related to aggregate queries, such as the number of rows returned and the number of groupings. Conclusion. Using aggregate queries wisely is a valuable SOQL optimization technique in Salesforce development. It allows you to perform calculations on grouped data directly in the database, reducing the need for complex Apex code and improving overall performance. Always consider the specific requirements of your use case and the nature of your data when deciding whether to use aggregate queries.